This happened while I was gone. And I actually broke the seal of my vacation. I was very good, Chris, right? I didn't tweet out. I didn't IG out any food.
No food.
No nothing.
The recents are at the top, when you go and you see the circle. I'm like, oh, they got a new story. Didn't see Rich Eisen.
Not much of them. I tweeted out a couple of vistas.
Didn't see a lot.
I Instagrammed out a picture of Susan and I.
Yeah, that was nice.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I appreciate you saying that. Thank you.
Didn't see a lot.
But I had to stop. I had to shoot a video sitting in the front seat of the car. When I saw the news, and I had to tweet it out as well, that there is a 4-time MVP of the National Football League, first ballot Hall of Famer, who decided to give up $34 million and change to become a New York Jet. It just doesn't compute. I don't know how to handle success. That's one of the many things we're going to have to take as Jets fans, a cue from Aaron Rodgers. Don't know how to handle success. This business of giving up money to play for the Jets, he didn't just do it now. Everyone's like, well, okay, he's been taken in by the trappings of being around the Jets and seeing the kids, and he's like, all right, I'll just give money back. Now, I believe, and we're going to have Albert Breer on tomorrow. You remember there was this whole hold-up? Remember the hold-up?
They didn't want to give up any money.
Well, I don't know.
That's what it seemed like.
Part of it had to do with he needed to restructure a contract that I believe he's just finally signed. This thing has been weeks and months in the making. I bet you that was part of the holdup. And again, Aaron Rodgers gave up money. I had it explained to me in simple language today. He had 50-something million coming to him this year and 40 and change next year for a total of $108 million that was coming to him. $59 million in 2023, $49 million in 2024. Only the 59 this year was guaranteed. The 49 next year wasn't guaranteed. That's $108 million. He signed a 2-year deal that's apparently got a whole bunch of phony baloney years on the back end. $75 million guaranteed. So he went up in guaranteed dollars, but down in the amount of money if he played the next 2 years he would have been owed. And Packers fans are probably like, where was that hometown discount for Goody? And the whole business that Aaron Rodgers is giving up money to play for the Jets. And he is showing the leadership with the young kids that a lot of Packers fans over the last 2 years were like, where was that for the young kids that Goody kept drafting him? And he just seems really at ease with the youngins. There was even a video that was just sent out today by the good folks at HBO and NFL Films for Hard Knocks of him breaking down looked like the quarterbacks group saying, hey, just, I'm happy to be here. Just want to break down the group and just say, when you're, having lunch or at the dining hall or whatever, sit with some people you don't know. Don't just sit with the same people. That's what leadership is. Huh. And Packers fans will be seeing that saying, what? Okay. What? He was upset Christian Watson didn't know by osmosis the hand signals, and he's now breaking bread with somebody he doesn't know? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. That is what he is doing. And then when Sean Payton comes at Nathaniel Hackett, when Sean Payton talks about looking at last year's offense and how he doesn't know Hackett. A lot of people had dirt on their hands. It wasn't just Russell. 29th in the league in pre-snap penalties, both sides of the ball. Called it one of the worst coaching jobs in the history of the NFL. That's how bad it was. Now, in all fairness to Sean Payton, and I say this with all due respect to Nathaniel Hackett, that was pretty damn bad last year. Yeah. To give Russell Wilson his second floor office, and just say, yeah, and whatever you want, Russ, welcome in. And then it didn't go well. The whole business of letting Russ cook all the way up until the 58-yard field goal needed to be kicked. Remember that last year? I mean, there was some terrible, and there was also some bad luck, too. Fumbling inside the 5-yard line. With all due respect, it didn't work out very well, and that's why Sean Payton is there. Puffing out his chest. He even called it a mistake, him saying that.
Had his Fox hat on.
Yeah.
But Aaron Rodgers had his NFL Plus hat on yesterday.
Hey.
Here's Aaron Rodgers sitting down on NFL Plus. Get yours today with Peter Schrager of Good Morning Football. He sat down with Schrags and gave Schrags the soundbite of the summer.
Those comments were very surprising for a coach to do that to another coach. My love for Hack goes deep. You know, we had some great years together in Green Bay, kept in touch. Love him and his family. He's an incredible family man, incredible dad. And on the field, you know, he's arguably my favorite coach I've ever had in the NFL. Just his approach to it, how he makes it fun, how he cares about the guys, just how he goes about his business with respect, with leadership, with honesty, with integrity. And it made me feel bad that someone who's accomplished a lot in the league is that insecure that they have to take another man down to set themselves up for some sort of easy fall if it doesn't go well for that team this year. Thought it was way out of line and inappropriate, and I think he needs to keep my coach's names out of his mouth.
Soundbite of the summer. And somebody's going to have to say something similar to that over the next 4 years to not keep it soundbite of the year in the NFL. No. The fact that he thinks Sean Payton's setting himself up for a soft cushion if things don't go well, even though the logic of that doesn't make much sense because Sean Payton has been brought in to fix all these things. And if it doesn't happen, then what? It wasn't Nathaniel Hackett. It's him too. Look, I'm saying this. I was concerned Aaron Rodgers coming to New York might not be a good mix. That Rodgers might not take well to whatever spotlight there is and coming. And what Rodgers has done since coming to New York has dispelled every concern and notion that I have had. And this is why. What he said there shows everyone in the locker room that if anybody comes at us, I got this. I got it. Anybody comes at us as a family, we're rallying around each other. That's last year. The quarterback didn't take responsibility for pooping the bed in front of the whole Jet Nation. He had to have his dad call him up and say, "What the hell did you just say at the podium?" We don't have a problem with that now. That kid can start the Hall of Fame game. We're good. Let's get him better. Let's get him seeing what Rodgers is teaching him. Because, again, Packers fans can't believe it. He's like Mr. Chips out there. He's teaching. He's got a curriculum. And here's the other thing, too. We got to stop comparing this guy to Favre. He's doing it again with the Jets. Jets are taking the Packers guy. Favre used the Jets as a transfer portal to get back at the Packers by going to Minnesota. Did he try his best in New York?
He was injured.
I get it. He was also distracted. I'll leave it at that as just being gentlemanly.
Thank you.
Yes.
But clearly, as soon as it didn't work out with the man genius, he was out the gate. Out the gate and in Minnesota and playing like the Favre we all saw and knew. So, yeah, that's what he was doing with the Jets. This guy, Rodgers, is using the Jets to get back at the Packers. He wants to win with the Jets to get back to the Packers. He's not thinking about other places because I got to play him twice a year. He's not sitting there doing that. What he's doing is giving money back to the Jets when he wouldn't do it for Green Bay. He's talking to the kids. Although Aaron Jones would say he was very available. He's still texting Jordan Love. But he's the guy in New York and taking the heat. Now, what happens when they play games? I know what you're thinking, Chris. We will see it because right now, everything's great.
Everything's great.
And, and then the Jets are sending folks like me, throwbacks. Don't worry, Greeny, I'm not putting it on.
Pom-poms?
Nope. Oh. What's up? You getting these? Sure.
Yeah, that's sharp.
I saw that. I'm like, he's saying, don't come at anybody that's in my house, in my family. I got it.
I like that.
It's great.
Moxie.
It's great.
I love it.
And again, he gave back money so they could potentially sign Dalvin Cook. That's what he told Peter King today, is when it comes in October, I don't want the team hamstrung. I want them to go get more people. And they might get Dalvin Cook before the end of the week. And he's clearly using the Jets to get back at Green Bay if it is still something he wants to get back at. He seems at peace. And coming at, the only way that he's not at peace is if you're coming at his boy Hackett. I just love it. I love everything about it. I'm loving all of it. Obviously, games have to be played. And of course, all of a sudden, low ankle sprains for Garrett Wilson happen. Let me just sit everyone out.
No one should get
Let's
on
just
the
sit
field.
everyone out.
Just play the games.
Let's just sit everyone out. Anybody that could be a pro and a bowler together, I don't want them playing.
They shouldn't be.
Let's work out the kinks against the Bills. I don't care, because they're going to be working their kinks out against us. Let's go.
He's the face of your franchise.
He is
and
that.
He's been there for a couple months.
He is that. And comfortable being that. Comfortable being that. And the team is comfortable having him be that. Do you understand a human being that could make $35 million decided, I'll make it something that is non-guaranteed just to come play for the New York Jets? Because I feel happy to do that. It makes me happy. And I feel as if it gives me the best chance to win a Super Bowl. Like, I can't, that's just, tell me where the aliens are. Okay? Also.
Sure.
And again,
He's also made $305 million
I know.
in his career.
But somebody in his position could sit there and go, I'll go to the Jets. You need me so bad, but you still have to pay me my $59 million, all of it guaranteed. Oh, okay. You'll give me now $75 million guaranteed over the next 2 years. So I'll up my guarantee, but I'll also lower how much money I would make over those 2 years. And that amount of money is a bonus in 2025 that I may or may not get. I'm willing to do that.
But if I put the number
Okay.
at 2.5, do you think he plays more or less seasons with the Jets than 2?
So more than 2? I'd take more than 1 right now.
But it seems like 2 is pretty much a lock. Do you think he plays a third?
I don't know. Let's see what happens in the 2.
Okay.
How he feels.
But he has 35 million reasons to play a third.
Dude, for Brady, Brady's the signpost. He is the only guy you can compare anybody who plays into their 40s to.
Yeah.
And he may be the outlier for the rest of the human race for football. He may be. But when Brady turned 40, you're like, how many is he going to play? He said, I'll play till 45. And everyone's like, yeah, right. And now he's 45, and we're like, why not one more? So I don't know.
The Bengals should call him too.
That's true.
Well, certainly if Burrow is the next Brady. Now you're on to something.
You imagine Tom Brady on the Bengals?
Oh.
Until Burrow comes back, then he'll move to Vegas. You're ridiculous. This is about the Jets,
I love it.
sir.
Brockman's the best. It's his guy.
Hey man, we're off the Trevor Siemian treadmill.
Who's
We're
an
off
upgrade?
it. We're off it.
What if Brady's like, yeah, I'll be the backup?
Excuse me.
No, he won't do that.
This is whose train we're on right now.
Sorry.
The eight train.
The
Great
8
looking
train.
jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.